Hi, I'm Jeremy. Like you, I run a poop scoop business here in Virginia, and I built ScoopPilot because I was tired of making a job was my tool that I was using, and I really liked Sweep&Go, but it was just so darn expensive. So I wanted to make software that fit my needs as a growing business, fit my needs as I expanded and grew and did more for me, and also help me keep my business profitable. That was the main thing. So I'm going to show you Pilot. This is our demo account, so it's a lot of made up. The addresses are real, but the people are all fake. So here's the main screen when you log in the dashboard. And you can see in the dashboard, gives you a bunch of information up front, mainly being your today's appointments. This includes overdue appointments, so that's why there's 133 here, but only 45 scheduled this week, because obviously demo account, we don't complete every appointment. You have native two-way SMS messaging in the system. So if you want to talk to your clients, you don't have to get out of the system to do it. You can go directly from the system. The responses are all threaded, so you don't get conversations mixed up, and you can even text your team through here as well. Emails, same thing. You can respond to emails directly from here. They reply back to your account. Obviously, some quick actions shows you a quick map of today's routes, some information. Now, this is a fairly basic CRM, but coming soon over the next 3 months or so, we'll be creating a full-blown CRM that will replace Go High Level or HubSpot or whatever you're using. So that's one more software cost that you can take out of your overhead and put back in your pocket. So system shows you profitability, shows you if they're in the client portal, their billing, visit history, and then their property. The big thing here, and something we do that no one does, is give you visibility into what the yard size is before you ever get to the property. So I'm just going to do this one because it's got a nice fence around it. It's easy to see. You just come in here, measure it out, and I'm just assuming it goes all the way to there. And close shape. All right, we've got a small size yard, which you could have told from looking at it as well. But there are times when the yards are deceptively big, or for commercial. If you're looking at commercial, like we just quoted a big commercial project the other day where we had almost 3 acres of land that they wanted us to clear. So without this, it would have been a guesstimate on how much land we were actually going to do. So you save this here, it stays with the client, goes into their notes. Another thing that we do, if you have a client that's not profitable, why? Why is this client not profitable? So right here says your overhead is really high. So maybe this client's on a suboptimal route. So your overhead costs are ballooning because you're spending a lot of time getting out to this person when they're just on the wrong route. Maybe you've got a very senior tech on them as well as that, and you're spending too much money. Whatever the reason is, it helps you, one, boresight in on the clients that are losing you money, and two, help you figure out why you're losing money on these clients. So the next thing to global routes, which are our global route management, I should say, which is essentially all your routes on one page. You can visualize them one by one. You can take them out and just see a couple routes at once, or add them all back in. The thing that we do that no one else does is we will optimize all of your routes at once. This includes moving people off the days that they're on and onto new days to make your routes more profitable for you. So if you hit optimize week, it'll go through, optimize your week. So it cut your miles almost in half, cut your fuel costs by more than half, your time by more than half, labor $38. We're saving you $52 a week. Once you hit commit changes, the next thing it will do is show you which customers have moved and where they've moved to, but also it'll notify your customers for you via SMS or email, and it'll say, hey, just to keep your routes efficient, whatever you want to type, it'll put it in there for you, and then send out an email for them, and they get it right away. And it's easy, it's done, it's one less thing. The point of this system is that it's built to remove a lot of the friction that owners have and make the hard things easy. So one last thing to show you guys is the data migration. So right here, we know you're coming over from somewhere, right? Some people are starting from scratch, but a lot of people are coming from another tool. And depending on what that tool is, you select it or just upload the CSV. You don't have to select one of these. They're just optimized for those. And it will import all of your clients and invoices, anything else that you give it, it will import it for you to make switching over as easy as possible. We white glove this as well, so that if you don't want to mess with it, you can just hand it to us and we'll do it for you. One last bonus thing to show you is the expenses tab. A lot of people are starting off and this is their first business and they've never really run a business before, or they've run lots of business before even. Then they know how valuable this is. This is basically a way for you to budget quickly and easily. How much do you spend on all these things per month? Your ScoopPilot subscription cost is automatically put in here. How much you're spending on advertising. At the top, what's your gas price right now? What's your vehicle miles per gallon? That gives you cost per mile. What's your scooper hourly wage? How much of a percentage of their wage do their taxes and insurance, all that, how much does that cost you? I left 1.4 in here because that's a pretty basic nut. That's a pretty good guess for most people. So if you don't know, leave it at 1.4. You'll probably be safe. And it computes right here for you. Based on your current routes, you're going to spend $663 a month on fuel. Coming down to the bottom here, once you fill all of this information in, everything else on your profitability gets more accurate. So if you can tell this system exactly how much you're spending on all of these things, when you go to complete your profitability, you're going to have a very exact number. All right, so that's it. Thanks for watching. If you've got any questions, shoot us an email. You can drop us a line on Facebook, Instagram, through our website. You want to do a free trial, please do. And look forward to talking to you again. Thanks.